Welcome back to Two Homers and a Realist. We are fired up. Hey, there you are. And I don't know, guys. I'm feeling pretty good because the Sooners are rolling like a big crimson tide. They won today 23-21 in Tuscaloosa over the Crimson Tide.
Never in doubt.
Never in doubt. We knew it the whole way. Our heart rates weren't at like 130 plus ever. We were just calm, and it was exciting. It was thrilling. It was amazing. I'd like to introduce everybody on the pod, including our special guest Connor, who's joined us. So I'm Steve.
Jay.
Connor.
Lucas.
It's
151 on the heart rate.
You get 151?
151.
Wow.
On the stop.
You bunch of geriatrics.
Yep.
I had to get
You
the
bunch of
paddles out for
geriatrics.
him.
This
Just
is
make
why I
sure-
haven't been here.
Wake him up.
I didn't want to witness
There's
his
no
death. That's my only concern.
And
Oh.
next time, could you put some lip balm on? Because there's a little chapped.
He was totally awake when you decided to do that.
That's-
I don't understand why
That's
you did that.
confidential.
Well, before we get to that, talking about our lips, my lips are tasting a delicious cigar. Lucas, what are we smoking tonight?
Oh, man, I took the other band off. We got the smaller band on yours.
Damn.
McAuliffe.
Yeah, I do. Hold on.
It's a McAuliffe. I
Hold on.
can't remember which. There it is. My side.
You got to get this right because there's a big special going on, folks.
McAuliffe Migdalia. I don't know. I haven't had this version of McAuliffe before.
Nice and
But
smooth.
Tobacco Exchange and Moore, our
Yes,
great
sir.
sponsor. There's one location in Moore, Edmond, and Oklahoma City. Our home base is the Moore one, where Joey's the ringleader over there, and they're running a special buy 4 get 1 free on these McAuliffes. But
But what do you have to do?
if you come in and tell them you listen to the pod, it's a buy 3 get 1 free.
Boom.
Oh,
It's a good deal. It's a smoking deal.
best deal in the country.
Probably the best deal. The best deals. We do the
deals.
best.
We only
deals.
do the
We only
Yeah,
do the best deals.
Tariff free. If you come in tariff free, they're going to get it
Yeah.
for you bigly. No, it's great. It's awesome. We're totally excited about it.
Let's
Thank
just
you
say that
to Tobacco Exchange.
we cheated our lips right.
Yep.
We did.
We treated them correctly.
We cheered really good today. So let's get into it. Wow, what a feeling. We're 8-2. We're going to have to
wait. How much are we?
We're 8-2.
8-2. What was the over under on the season? 6.5.
Yeah, we've
Dominated Vegas.
totally killed Vegas. I've won the money. I've already cashed that check. I cashed another bet today. We're looking at, I don't know, we're staring down a possibility of 10-2, which was some of our prediction coming into the season.
My breakfast
This
bet
is just amazing.
Took a hit today.
It did take a hit.
Took a hit.
I don't want to do the math on what your
Yeah,
breakfast bet
okay.
would need at this point.
We only need 700 yards.
Probably so.
Against Missouri.
800 or
And,
so.
what
What was the breakfast bet? I don't remember.
That we would have a top 40.
Oh.
offense.
And we needed like
And what we ended with today, like 217.
We needed
or something on the yardage?
580.
We
a
had
game.
212.
700
Well,
yards. We need
Yeah.
700 yards.
Yeah, against
Ish.
Missouri.
350 again. Oh,
No,
total.
each game. No, each game. Yeah.
Each
It's
game.
doable.
He's doing that in
It's
his head. I think it might be higher, actually. I think it's actually higher than that. But
If he's doing it in
regardless,
his head, it's definitely
that
higher.
actually, that's
Irregardless.
irregardless, that actually has a lot of meaning for what we're doing. So we're winning these games without the offense that we thought we'd need because our defense is so good. Offense is enough. It's doing the job that we need. I'm not saying we're
It's not
excusing
even
what we
enough.
see.
Which is crazy. That's
yeah.
what's crazy.
If the offense gets rolling, there's no one who can beat us.
Yeah, if we go on any type of a run whatsoever and put a competent offense on the field, we can laugh at it. A national championship is in the cards.
Absolutely.
We were complaining about the defense a little bit today because over the middle was wide
They
open.
bend but don't break.
They had 300 plus yards passing. What do you have, like 250 at halftime or something? I think.
But we shut it down.
We did
we
shut
came
it
up
down.
in big moments. We got the sacks on the plays that you needed to have sacks. We got the turnovers in the first half. One was on special teams,
Yeah.
which was huge.
Yeah.
Even though we only ended up with a field goal, getting the ball like the 35 or whatever it was. But I mean, when it really mattered, just like the Auburn game, just like the Michigan game,
Just like
the
Tennessee.
game, we came through in the clutch on defense, and that was what decided.
Just
to
like
win it all.
Texas, when we beat Texas in 2023.
Yeah.
We came through defensively when we had to. So you look at what we did that defensively that won us the game or got us in a position to win. We came up with turnovers deep in our own territory. So that's not ideal. You don't want to be in deep in your own territory. Now, let's be careful. The context is Alabama's a very, very good football team. They're going to get into
They're
your
only ranked
territory. Only ranked number 4 in the
At home.
country.
And they're one
At
loss.
home.
kind of a
Well,
fluke.
and
It's the Florida
a
State
team-
Right.
game of the year.
A
If-
team,
Yeah,
that has
replay that
not-
one. What's it going to be?
Yeah.
Team that has not lost a home game in 17 games at home.
Right.
So that's
And in probably the last,
3+
in
seasons.
the last 15 years, it's probably 3 total.
I
Yeah.
mean, if you
Very
replayed
few.
Florida State, Alabama right now, Alabama wins by 20.
Oh,
At least, yeah,
at
three-
least.
So
Three
their
scores
one
easy.
loss before us was kind of a fluke.
Totally a fluke.
No, it's
Totally a fluke. They've played very good football, playing very good football right now.
They beat Georgia in Athens.
We came in and did what we needed to do to win. We did get the turnovers, but let's not kid ourselves. We put ourselves in a position to get those turnovers. Before we get the pick six, we actually are in a position to get another turnover right there, and we just can't fall on the ball properly. We're all mad about it.
feels like the beginning of the season.
It does feel like the beginning of the season. I was going to
Can't
talk
catch a
about
break.
that. So if we look at the fact that we got these turnovers in this game and the Tennessee game, which if you're going to say they're kind of abnormal for those who get the reference, you have to also, do you not get the reference? Young Frankenstein.
Abnormal.
Abnormal.
Okay.
So what you have to look at is, well, back in the early part of the season, it was abnormal that we weren't getting any turnovers. And so I want to say, let's do the thought experiment. If we get those turnovers in those early games, what happens to the composition of our season and how we feel about it? We're probably rolling. And we probably feel really, really good about this team with very few question marks, where we should have question marks even. It's funny how that works. So all of a sudden, like, we get some turnovers and we win a game that's we're an underdog. We win against Tennessee. We're an underdog, a bigger underdog, and we win against Alabama. Well, if we get those turnovers early in the season, especially if we were to get some against Texas, you're looking at a totally different situation for us and a different attitude. If you win all those games and then lose at Tennessee and Alabama, it's funny how it kind of doesn't matter. It's when you get them, but the fact that we got them and capitalized on them, won these games. What happens in a season is that there's a lot of back and forth.
Well, we know what Tennessee was, kind of what Tennessee was. It was a great kind of comprehensive performance, put it all together. This game opened up at 14.5, right?
Right.
I mean,
right.
It
Originally,
opened up at 14.5. And again, that
Preseason.
no, 2
like
weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
No, it was 9.5.
It was
Nine and a half,
it was 9.5.
9.5.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Regardless.
preseason it wasn't.
So 9.5. I mean,
No, it definitely-
huge. And in the SEC, that's a big
Yeah,
spread.
before the LSU game,
That's
it
a
was 9.5.
huge spread.
It's a really, really big spread.
And to say a team like Oklahoma perennially and Alabama perennially, that's a huge spread.
So it's one thing to win the game. It's another thing to cover the spread in the game. In a game like this, on the road, I mean, Jay, you said it. Like, you cannot emphasize it enough. It's the number 4 team in the country for a reason. Like, Alabama's rolling.
Yeah, they're not number 4 here in week 2.
No.
They're number 4 here in week 12.
Yeah, after losing in week 1.
Yeah.
And, DeBoer comes in there with his, black hoodie of death and all the stuff. And like, it's a vibe in the stadium. That's not an easy place to go and do anything.
Mm-hmm.
Offense aside, and offensively we can get into it, but it's a disappointing performance. Like, you want more out of what Arbuckle and Mateer should be, but doing enough in situations like this against teams like this, we're looking up and it's 23-21. You're trying to figure out, man, if you get a stop, it's ball game, and you go and get that stop. I'm not used to that.
Well, even being down 20-21,
right.
and you're thinking, all right, we have led the entire game. Here, all of a sudden, we're down. We know we've got to get we've got to get points,
Got to get something.
literally, to win.
Yeah.
And where are we going to find them? We can't just hope and pray that they come on defense again. And we didn't get them on defense like from a turnover as much as just a stop. Great defense, and they got us the ball back. We got down and got close enough, got the field goal, and did what we needed to do.
I mean, it was a lot like Auburn in that way. Auburn came down and took the lead
Mhm.
there in the fourth quarter, and then we drove down and scored to take the lead, and then we get the safety to pretty much end the game.
This is the third
It's a lot like that.
SEC game this season that
We come from behind to win.
they took the lead. It was a small lead, but
Which
they
is
took the lead.
typical of an SEC
Yeah.
matchup.
And very similar to Tennessee. Like,
Auburn,
Not-
Tennessee, and tonight.
not the same exactly. Like, we had the lead going in a half. We kicked a field goal in the first drive this game, right? Kicked a
Yes.
field goal.
Turnover.
coming out of half,
Yeah.
Settled for a field goal.
Settled
Settled
for a
for a
field
field goal out of half.
and Alabama comes back, scores a touchdown, takes the lead, and then from there, it's all right. What do we need to do to win the game?
And we're all looking at the clock, wondering, is Alabama about to do their Michigan like that we did?
Yeah.
Are they going to go down on an 8-minute?
And they were
drive?
definitely
started.
They were
They started.
definitely
They started
playing
on
for a field goal.
I mean, they got down to a fourth and 3
4th and 2.
that they picked up.
Put their big guy.
Fourth and
in.
2 that they picked up when they brought the big guy out.
Their big guy.
And then the reverse.
Decoy to the reverse, and Davon Jordan just overcommitted a little bit on that one.
Could have ended the game
Or else he
there.
could have ended the game there. And so then we're looking at each other like, well, there's this much time left. We've got 3 timeouts. Do we have to start worrying about using timeouts to maybe give up the field goal and still have 30 seconds left?
And then
to
who?
go
And
win
then
the
who
game?
comes through? Kip Lewis
Yep.
on a freaking delayed blitz from a linebacker spot, and
Unbelievable.
just
Just
They
does
lost
his
11
thing.
yards.
I
Was that
mean,
first down?
that was
it was second and
that was
21.
on. That was on.
Yeah.
It's second down, yeah.
That was first.
First down.
First and 10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second,
because
they picked
It
the
was
short
first. It
defense
was, it
because
was
the
first
yard-
down
yeah.
after the big guy
Yep.
decoy play,
Mhm.
and they put him back for like 2nd and 21.
Yep.
And they
Which-
get a 3rd and.
Which changed the composition of everything they were trying to do and turned the tide in our favor. Again, pun intended or not intended, but we'll use it.
We'll roll with it.
We'll roll with it. Another one. Just amazing. The defense did what they needed to do there. Just awesome. Great coaching. I think that they were properly aggressive, properly understanding the time on the clock, where they needed to be aggressive and how they needed to be aggressive, and got it done right when they needed to get it done. We fortunately didn't get to see, if they pick that up, what we do after that with 3 timeouts and how effectively we would have used those and stopped them or tried to stop them to have a chance at after they take the lead, I'm presuming, with a score to go down and score ourselves, because we just shut it down and ended it.
If they score there, if they score on that drive, we don't win the game.
I mean,
I don't
the way
think so
they're-
either.
The way they're managing.
Very,
the clock.
I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if there's a minute,
And that's
minute
and that
5
is something to be
seconds.
disappointed
It is.
or frustrated about.
We don't
that
have
we can't
confidence.
finish
No,
that.
Right.
there's no chance we win.
And
this
I don't
ball
think. I think we
None.
honestly like.
That's our weakness.
I think we maybe scratch out 1 first down, maybe, but it's either a 3 and out or a 1 first down and you get shut down.
Yeah.
Like I don't think there's any other.
I feel like it was
it's
a little
very
bit of
Ole
a-
It's very Ole Miss-esque.
a little bit of a blunder on Alabama's part because we could tell they were just playing for the game-winning field goal.
Right.
And a kicker that's 11 of 17 for the year and already missed like a 30-yarder.
Badly.
I don't know that it's very sound offensively
No.
to try to just get on the other half of the field and hope that your guy makes a field goal who hasn't had a good year.
I thought they would test us deep way more than they did.
Yeah.
And maybe we were doing a great job. We can't see it on TV of shutting down the ability to test this.
I saw a stat going into, I guess maybe it's coming out of the LSU game last week. So they played.
Yeah.
Going out of the LSU game last week, that Simpson on balls over like 35 yards was not very good this year.
Hmm.
A lot of his deep passing
Are
completions were catch and runs. He was throwing a 25-yard pass that went for 50 or whatever, but balls over like 35 yards, he only had literally was a handful of completions on the season that were deep.
Mhm.
But I mean,
Well,
that's-
what we've done.
Right. And that's another thing though, is like we feel a certain way about how few yards our offense gained. You have to feel a certain way for Alabama with how much you gained offensively. I mean, you're tearing our defense apart in the middle of the field. I mean, it was, and that's
Tight end.
that is our weakness.
Yep.
Is the middle of the
Yep.
defense and the tight end or and something in the flat.
I think it's Venable's weakness.
Yeah, and I think it is too. I
Yeah.
think he overcommits in certain areas, but it's if I feel this way about my defense after only giving up 21 points to Alabama, and I feel like Alabama just thrashed us. Like I really do. Like it really feels like we got just dominated in the middle of the
400
field.
plus yards.
Well, yeah, the
And-
differential was
And it was all
tremendous.
Passing.
Yeah, but if you can counter that with turnovers and timely plays to force field goals or field goal attempts, I mean,
You did what you needed to do to
yeah,
win.
it doesn't
And
leave
to
me
the
any
same
room to
extent,
criticize.
Maybe the defense, you've got to have something that you give up to a degree. Maybe that's a calculated risk that they're
Mm-hmm.
taking. It's a bend, don't break. It may be a little more bend than we probably should be doing because you don't want them to get into field goal range.
There's a few plays where
with
you're
that.
like, that doesn't
Yeah.
want to. Like, I mean, that
You just
the-
can't stop it.
the slant route to the tight end for a touchdown.
Yeah, that
for
was-
20 plus yards.
You got to stop that.
That was a perfectly called offense to what
Yeah.
we called on
Right.
defense.
Well,
Right.
that and it was we were
I mean,
we were just not set.
we were
Like,
looking
we were
around.
looking to the sideline.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
Was
a
that
great
McKenzie or Lewis?
great.
It was
McKenzie.
McKenzie that didn't follow him in coverage.
McKenzie had a tough game.
He kind of threw his arms up like
Yeah.
Our
supposed to be covering that guy?
linebackers
Yeah,
outside
but
of Kip,
Yeah.
our linebackers outside of Kip had a pretty tough game. Like Omasigo had a tough game.
Yep.
Heineke.
Heineke had a tough
Heineke had a really tough game.
two times. He was
Yeah.
like broken ankles.
Kendall Daniels at the Cheetah had a pretty not great game. I mean,
we had a pass interference on an interception by RSJ.
Yeah.
Which
turns the
that was
tide
their
of the
first
game.
touchdown.
I mean, it
What?
turns the tide of the
Turns
game.
the tide.
Turn-
Man,
what?
how many references are we gonna have?
Yeah.
Tide and rolling.
So all of that said, though,
Oh,
when you're playing
Put a
a
clicker in the
top
corner.
4 team, you're going to get that. Or maybe make it a drinking game. That could be dangerous at this
There you
point.
Yeah.
So you're going to have that, though. You're going to have things you give up. It worked. Whatever it was, it worked. I think on offense we can have a lot more criticism than on defense in terms of what you did that was effective versus not effective. And I think we all looked around and said, when we were actually down, hey, we got a lot to be proud of here. Even if we don't win this game, we have been
We're
in
it.
this game.
Yeah, that was
all
loser
play.
mentality on your part.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
mean,
yet
you
it
don't
won.
feel like that though. I mean, I'm the same way though. Like, I know I pick OU to win this game, and it's more out of confidence because I really want to make the playoff like badly. But I mean, you're playing the number 4 team in the nation. You're playing Alabama in Tuscaloosa, and to be just kind of punch for punch with them going into the last drive of the fourth quarter. I want to win the game, and I expect us to. But if we don't, I'm more proud of this game than some of these other past games where it's been really close.
Right.
And it's like, oh, we're scratching out one, or we're going to get beat at the last second. Like, it was a performance to be proud of.
It definitely was. Speaking of that, so the yardage differential, the best in terms of the most lopsided, the biggest negative differential since 2014, 212 yards for the Sooners, 406 for Alabama, biggest differential in a victory. So you look at that and you say, well, you shouldn't have won the game because of yardage. But of course, yardage doesn't win games, points wins games. And we did what we needed to do to win. Some of the yards potentially that we have get taken away by the fact that we have a 85 or whatever it was yard pick six. We have some other turnovers that changed the field composition. Now, obviously, our offense wasn't where we wanted it to be, but you won the game. You did what you needed to do to win the
We
game.
were 3 of 13 on third down.
Not good.
A couple of those were clutch. and
Yeah, they
got
were
us
clutch.
points.
Yeah, they were.
But that's not good enough at anywhere.
It's
I mean,
no, it's not.
it's not.
So I would say what's not good enough is we are still trying to get better in defense. We're still trying to get better in offense. We have gotten there in defense. So we're on a trajectory under the Venables regime of getting better on defense, and we're there. We're there. We've arrived. For offense, we still are like every year we seem to be hitting reset, and here we are hitting reset. We're definitely a lot better than we were last year. We're not where we want to be or need to be to win the way we want to win.
Yeah.
We don't want to be scratching our way for a chance at the playoffs. We want to be the team who 8 game or in week 12, 10 games into the season is really looking at solidifying their playoff, arriving at it. And we're not there yet. We might be there next year. I guess that's the expectation next year, but let's talk about where we are this year.
We could be there this year though.
And we
And that's
could.
the thing.
We
And
could
that's the
have.
thing. And like I know it's a kind of a, and Jay, you and I talked about it inside, like it's a little bit of a pipe dream mentality, but it does not take much for Mateer and or Arbuckle to get it correct.
And I don't know if Arbuckle's that far off. Like
He's not.
case in point on that, what was it? I don't know if it was,
It was a
it was
third
third
down.
down.
Jump pass.
Jump pass.
The pump pass.
We all know what we're talking
Could've been a
about.
jump.
QB keeper
He-
versus a throw.
He has, who was it across the middle that he could have hit?
I don't remember.
Was it not Gibson?
I think it was-
It might have been.
I thought it was Gibson.
It was someone in the
Might have
end
been
zone.
Jermichael.
It's someone in the
Maybe
end zone.
Jermichael, yeah.
Yeah.
So regardless, the guy is right there in the middle of the field for the pop pass.
Middle of the end zone.
Middle of the end zone,
Yeah.
yeah. So, but he doesn't make the throw. Instead, he tries to run and gets tackled, and we settle for a really close field goal, which is
But
not
it's the field goal that
desirable.
won the game.
It's a field goal that won the game,
Yeah.
but you look at that touchdown and
Put it
you're
away.
really in great
Put it
shape
away.
to put it away.
But
Because
it
then you're
also
going
gave
for
us-
2 to be up by a full
Correct.
touchdown.
It also gave us the exact score that one of us chose for OU, which was
Do you think that's why he did
which
it?
was 23.
Yeah, that's
Well, my
I
point.
get a half pat on the back. I picked us to lose 28-23.
Yeah, that's not even a
Granted,
half pass.
Bama didn't
Yeah,
get their
no.
final touchdown, but
Yeah.
I nailed an unusual score.
Okay,
My
great,
biggest
yeah.
concern moving forward is
Michael loved that one.
We have zero running back depth.
It's
none.
looking really troubling.
None.
Really
we,
troubling.
We put Xavier back in the game.
Is
with
it
an
Xavier?
E-brace
Does he
on.
go with
With a
Xavier or Xavier?
I think it's Xavier.
Xavier.
I'm going with Xavier.
Either way,
Just say X.
either way, he got hurt on a bubble or a swing pass. I don't know what you want to call it.
Bum knee.
But he got blown up. Couple plays later, he comes back in. He has a knee brace on. You can tell. I don't think he has any lateral movement whatsoever.
Yeah, he was just taking handoff straight up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Yeah.
And Blaylock's hurt. He's wearing that special shoulder brace for dislocations of shoulders.
And there's no other running back.
And there's nobody else to put in the football.
Tatum's out. Barnes is out. I guess Gabe Sawchuk could play.
Maybe. I actually think if no one can go, you put Kennick
You
in.
put Canic back there.
Yeah.
Like we did
Probably
with
so.
was it Iowa State that
With
Trey
Dimitri
Miller,
Flowers.
Dimitri Flowers played at running back.
Right.
No, seriously,
You might have to do that.
I don't know that X is going to be able to play in Missouri.
He will.
Well, if he played in this game, you'd think he
He'll
would,
play-
but you
he'll
never know.
No, but you're loosened up.
Yeah,
He'll play
No.
Missouri.
It's a whole different thing.
I really.
You might be right. I mean that like
But what's
Mateer and everything.
But
with
what's
his
the story
injury.
there? What? So is Barnes is redshirting?
Seems like it.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Tatum.
Returning to transfer.
Tatum
Tim's hurt.
but maybe the same redshirting
Yeah.
because he wants to transfer. Ott, same thing.
Yep.
But Ott can't do any of those.
I don't
So
think
we're on a legit two deep at running
Now,
back.
why Ott can't play, I don't know.
We might have a no D.
Ott's got nothing to rest.
Yeah, I don't
for.
think he can. I don't think he can redshirt.
Unless he wants to just be, I'm out of here. And
They might be able to give him a medical red shirt for his last season at Cal.
maybe they're working on that.
Yeah.
Maybe they're trying to do that.
Maybe.
It could be. So it's a desperate,
better be a
difficult
third of the price than he
situation
was
for
this
sure.
year.
Oh, but he better be 110% squared.
Well, X is the guy though. I mean, if we want to
Yes.
talk about running, X is the guy.
No, but
like X getting extra yards.
It did not
doesn't
look
have
good,
lateral
though.
movement.
I-
He's
No,
I agree.
Yeah,
He-
fair.
No, I watched specifically when he came back in the football game. His blocking,
It was north south.
his running there was no cuts
Yeah.
off that leg. None.
So
I guess we'll see.
that's
That's a big thing.
Yes.
yeah, that's something we're gonna. I mean, it's not like it's a cakewalk to get to 10-2.
No, Missouri's a tough football team.
They're a tough football team. They're going to play us tough. We're going to have to make sure that we are in that game, locked into it from day one of practice. And the same thing with LSU. They're a very talented football team with nothing to lose. We got to be really cautious about how we approach that, or we could just be lapsadaisical. And you can't let either one of them upset you at this point with what you've done, because with what you've done, everything is at play. Right now, we have a chance to get to the SEC.
It's in our destiny.
Our destiny's in our own hands. We are seriously talking about college football playoffs.
Oh no.
A home playoff.
We are talking about playoffs.
So
Joey.
college football playoff is, I mean, it's more than on the table. It's ours to lose.
It's ours to lose. Exactly.
So you win and you're in.
Yeah.
And that's what I think.
There's no question.
I was talking to a lot of people before this. And it's like they were bitching about the standings and the rankings. Like, it doesn't matter. You go and you win.
Yeah,
You're
exactly.
gonna be in.
works itself
Yeah.
out.
It doesn't
That'll
matter.
work itself out. Now,
So-
what wouldn't is if we're 9-3 and you're saying
Right.
that's not fair because our resume is so good, we deserve more credit than that. Fortunately, now that's not even at
Will
play. We don't have
anybody
to worry
in the
about that.
country have a better win than we have tonight?
No, I don't
On
think
the
so.
road?
No.
I
14?
mean, if Texas wins tonight, it'll be
Indiana and
tough.
Oregon was pretty good, but not as high as ours.
If Texas wins
Who?
tonight, it'll be tough.
Indiana and
It-
Oregon.
But in the end, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's going to
Yeah,
be.
I mean,
you know,
if Oregon ends up finishing 10-2,
Well, and that's
then it's similar.
Come-
And Bama will be leaning on their win at Georgia
Right.
tonight,
so we're going to have not only
but they have a horrible loss against Florida State.
arguably the best single win. We, with only Alabama in contention, have 4 AP top 25 wins this season. Nobody else can claim that, and I don't know if anyone else can claim that. I'm
Bama. No, we're talking about Bama.
huh? No, I'm saying no one else but us and Bama
Yeah.
will be able to claim
Yeah, they
that.
have 4 way.
No one else has enough games against anybody.
I thought I saw the stat. We were the only one with 4 AP top 25 wins.
He saw that we were us and Alabama. I don't know.
Bama's been on a mid-season gauntlet. We're like the end of their gauntlet.
Well, I guess look it up to verify, but
Okay.
regardless, we have a resume no one else can touch. we start to look at some of these other teams. We talked about it on the midweek, and their resumes are very weak. When you look at Ohio State, when you look at Indiana,
Notre
when
Dame.
you look at Notre
But
Dame,
that's what's ridiculous.
USC, these are not strong
There is
resumes.
no one who is outside of the SEC who can tout anything
No, there's not.
legitimately.
Because even if their conference is good, they don't interplay.
Right. And call me biased or whatever, but
I'm going to call you biased.
there is, you cannot go and, I mean, you look at the 3 primetime games that were on ESPN and ABC back to back to back today. You had number 3 Texas A&M. You had number 4 Alabama playing a number 11 Oklahoma. You have a number 5 Georgia against a number 10 Texas. That's crazy. And you have an almost upset of number 3 Texas A&M if South Carolina could figure something out.
They were just
It's just,
completely
I mean,
beyond
it's a
themselves stupid.
back to back to back. Like you're not ever going to get anything less than entertainment and or good football.
Right.
Like it's good football.
So I was thinking about that when South Carolina was rolling, and I want to be careful to not talk out of both sides of my mouth. Where I say in some leagues when an Indiana or whoever almost gets beat last week, Indiana and Oregon almost get beat, and I'm saying how bad that league is, and then I say, well, look how strong this league is. We got South Carolina almost beating A&M.
Right.
So there is a little bit of tension there with what I
Yeah,
would be saying.
and that's the thing. It's like you don't know, like you can't pit a South Carolina up against a Penn State at this point and understand what it is.
Right.
Like
Right.
who knows?
But
We
I
can-
do
we can
think that the
assume-
SEC is stronger.
Right.
And that's just one game. Let's look at the totality of the league and what they bring to the table. We're looking at a possibility of how many 7 teams in the SEC could be theoretically 10-2 at the end of this season. And that's 10-2 with a lot of interleague play.
One of those teams
difficulty.
being Vanderbilt.
Right. Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's messed up.
Well, and you look at who we have played and others have played. So Texas, who would be one of those potentially, they played Ohio State. We played Michigan.
I mean, look at Florida right now.
Being beat by beating Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
It's
wild.
a
They
tough
didn't even have a
league.
head coach.
It's a tough league.
There's
It's
no
a
there's
really
no
tough
gimmies.
league.
There's
No gimmies. No gimmies at all. Well, Arkansas today.
Probably should have beat.
Should have beat LSU.
Should have beat LSU.
Lost by 1 point.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
Our
just-
Sharp said thank you.
Yeah. So unbelievable. So I want to get to something that is, well, before I get to something that might be a little bit of controversy and a little bit of back and forth, I want to make sure we don't forget to talk about the players, the brothers of the game, the Bowen brothers. So amazing plays by both of them. One of them with a pick six, 80, I think it's 85 yards. I keep saying that.
Yeah.
And it did look like he had never run that far in his life. He was struggling.
Last 20 yards were rough.
Ooh, it was rough. But he got there. He got all the way in there. That's a huge, not just a great turnover because I know the ball was thrown to him, but he caught it.
Under
And-
pressure. Though.
Under pressure, and he ran it all the way.
Kip Lewis had a delayed blitz right in the face.
Great work.
The quarterback.
Great work by the entire defense. And then at the end of the
for a
game,
quarterback that does not make those.
that was his second interception.
One
Yeah,
interception
one
going into this.
Yeah.
One interception going into this game.
Yeah, that was his second interception on the year at that point. It wouldn't be his last. And then we
It
have
would be.
the
It shouldn't have been, but it would. be.
RSJ one was.
RSJ.
Oh, right. So then at the very end of the game, Peyton coming in with a clean, perfect.
Couldn't have played that any better.
Right hand on the back,
It-
left hand knocks the ball.
DeBoer looked like he was going to lose his mind on the sideline.
It was
Oh, he
totally
did- he
clean.
He was fuming going
No,
into the
that
tunnel after the
receiver
game.
was going to catch that football.
But when he watches the replay, he'll go, "Yep, that was a pass interference."
Totally clean,
Yeah.
That was
NFL level stuff.
That was a 95% chance that receiver catches that ball.
I had it at
He punched-
92,
he
but it was
punched it.
high.
He just punched his fist out there, knocked
It was
away.
so
It was
perfect.
beautiful.
It was just exactly the way that has to be played. That's big league football right there. Where if Alabama's doing everything right. You're catching it for the first down. It's right on target.
it was
where it
beyond
needs
the
to be.
picks.
Yes, it
Yeah.
was.
Okay.
And it just perfectly played by the
And
defense.
as far as recruiting
He
goes,
comes in and just knocks it down.
when we, had the weird signing day thing with Peyton Bowen and the Oregon
Right.
OU thing, and then later on the next season we take Eli Bowen, we're like, oh, we're gonna take your little brother because we took your big brother who was a 5-star kid, and I don't know that Eli Bowen's not more impactful or better
Right.
than his brother.
No,
Which is crazy.
well, I think he's proven over a season and 3/4 that he's probably more
Yeah,
impactful.
I mean,
he got hurt last year. He was.
I mean,
He's a
he
freshman.
may be our best corner.
I mean, he's an undersized corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's playing above and beyond
And
his skill set.
that plus, I mean, Peyton had his, and again, you could statistically, I guess, but Peyton had his first interception last week. Was his first interception since he's been here
In his third season.
in his third season. I mean, it's a weird thing with our safeties though. Like I have a little bit of a kind of tiff with how Brent plays the safeties, Peyton and RSJ respectively. I don't think it's.
Do you think it's those guys,
They're
especially
kind of.
RSJ?
I think they're run defense safeties.
I think they are too, and like,
I think he likes that. That's always been
but
Brent's style.
they always feel like they're. I mean, whether it's cover two or anything else, like they're just a second or two behind where they should be in any given
They're
play.
quote safeties.
They're the last line of defense.
Yeah, they're safety.
is what
They're playing
Yeah.
safety.
They're not playing them to come over the top of deep
Yeah.
balls and knock them.
But I
away
mean,
a
you
lot.
look at
Some of
the
time,
one you look at the one where RSJ gets beat today on
It
the
was a great.
side.
It was a great throw.
No, incredible, like in the bucket, like
Yeah.
just right in your breadbasket, perfect dime of a throw. I still want my safety to go over the top and break.
Yeah,
it
he
up.
needs a little bit more speed.
Like,
There
I
was-
just want-
there was
I
only
want
one-
to be there.
There was only one play today from the safeties, and it was Peyton, where I think it was a long third down. He looked like he was going for the pick
Yeah,
But yeah,
and just didn't notice that
towards the
the
side.
receiver had stopped and
It's
come
already
back
there.
to the ball,
Already
yeah,
there,
where he
yeah.
could have blown him up and maybe
Broken
maybe
up.
dislodged.
broken
it.
up
Yeah,
broken up a play.
Giller
But-
did a great job on one of those.
But
Giller had an incredible.
Knocking back
Giller had a great game.
a catch. Remember, he kind of jostled it, and then when they hit the ground, they rolled it incomplete
Yeah,
when he was out of bounds.
Yeah, just so many epic, amazing plays in a great epic game. It's hard for us to get the perspective on it because we're fans of one of the teams, obviously. But if you look at this is classic SEC football when you got two just powerhouse teams going at each other. It's back and forth, and it's how the league is determined. It's how the season is going to go. How a game like this goes.
we talk about this a lot lately, where it's the mini NFL.
Right.
It is turnovers, it is special teams, it's defense.
It's single players making big plays when they absolutely have to.
Well,
I mean, did we win the special teams game tonight?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Right? Field goals,
In every
field position, punt returns,
coverage on kicks,
coverage on kicks.
choices on kicks with
turnover,
clear catches.
Hardy knocked
Turnover.
the ball loose
Yes,
on
turnover,
the
exactly.
punt.
Exactly.
Yep.
Turnovers.
but I mean, you look at it. I mean, you look at the two teams, and it's kind of what you looked at Tennessee. It's like you have quote unquote juggernauts on either side of the ball. Like you have a very good offense in what was Bama. You have a very great defense in what was Oklahoma, and it balanced each other. Like
They have
everyone's going to look at Oklahoma's yards and be like, "How did they win this game?"
both
Our defense is incredible.
both Tennessee and Alabama had a lot of yards between the 20s.
Yeah,
I mean, it's going to be
And then we
interesting
shut
to
it
see
down.
what the-
shut it down.
It'll be interesting to see what the viewing numbers are between the Alabama OU game and the Texas Georgia game.
Right.
Right now it's 14-3 Georgia. If they end up running away with this, obviously,
Yeah,
the numbers
it's gonna trail.
shouldn't be as good,
Mhm.
and ours should be because it was such a great game.
Oh, such a great
You know,
game.
you got a bunch of people in the Northeast that only watch NFL, but if they're sitting at home on a Saturday afternoon and look at the TV and like, oh, Alabama and OU are playing, and
That's
it's a tight
dogfight.
game,
It's
I'm
dogfight.
gonna watch this.
Oh, I'm sure it
Which is
dominated
something,
that
which is
whole
something if
2:30
it comes into
matchup.
question, the committee will have to think about.
I mean,
Yeah,
brand
for
name,
sure.
yeah.
That's where I think that we've all but punched our ticket because even if we slip up against Missouri or LSU, this is the kind of game that they're going to look at and they'll have ranked us so high that it's going to be really hard to dethrone us. A lot of other things will have to happen. And frankly, there's not a lot of room for a lot of these other conferences and teams to emerge. ACC is going to struggle to get a team in.
We will not get in with 3 losses.
Big 12 is going to struggle. I think we actually would.
With the win at
We will
Bama,
not.
With the
No,
win at Bama, I
here's
think we
here's the
would.
deal.
We will not.
So
Quick.
before tonight, if you had lost Bama close and won your last 2 home games, right? You can think the committee kind of looks at, unfortunately, good losses,
Right.
right? It would have been a good loss.
They do. They explicitly look
Right.
at quality
But
losses.
the fact that you beat Bama tonight, if you had a close loss to Missouri or LSU, maybe not LSU because it's the last
Right.
game, but either way, you have to think the win at Bama it has got to carry enough weight.
I
You'd
think it
hope so.
would.
It
I think it
And
would.
at Tennessee.
And
Yes.
at Tennessee.
I don't know.
You've had back to back. They've already taken a lot of criticism
Nobody
for
has
having
that.
us where they've had us.
We had the number 2.
But you're gonna have two.
schedule
You're
in
gonna
the
have
country.
two. You're gonna have two teams in at 11 and 12. You're gonna have at large,
No, I'm going to tell you.
and you're gonna
No
have an.
team in
You're
the
gonna have
country
You're gonna
has
have.
an at Tennessee, at Bama
I
win.
know, but I think there's enough teams in.
And
front
a
of us.
Texas loss 17 days post surgery for your quarterback.
There's enough teams with 2 losses in front of us
Yeah.
or around us. Enough. There are 10.
Not after tonight.
There are 10 teams in front of us, assuming Ole Miss figures this out. There are 10 teams in front of us with 1 or 2 losses. Because the ACC and the freaking at-large bid screw us.
I don't.
I could see us being the first
I
team
don't
out
see that.
at 9
No,
and 3.
I see the only way we don't get in at 9-3 is an SEC team displaces us, not any of these other guys.
I don't know.
I don't think any of these other guys can displace
I
us.
hope you're right.
Short of something weird
We're gonna be at
happening.
Tuesday.
I hope it doesn't matter because
I'm
honestly,
assuming one
you
Big
just-
12 and one ACC.
you win and you're in.
We're gonna be at Tuesday.
We'll be at 7.
Where's Bama? 8.
No, Bama will be at 9.
I think we. I think
No,
we go
Bama
to
will be at
8
10.
if Texas loses.
Bama will be at 10, I bet. Oh,
We'll be
I bet,
higher
I don't
than
know.
that.
I bet we'll be. So if Texas loses, we jump to. Let's just go down the list. Texas loses, we jump to 10. Bama has already lost. We will jump Bama because we have 2 better losses than Bama's 2 losses.
and we beat them.
So we'll be at least 9. I don't know. I could
I
see
think
us.
we're at 8.
I could see us. I'm gonna say 7.
We're gonna
I think
jump Texas
I think we
Tech.
jumped Notre Dame.
We'll jump Notre Dame and Texas
I
Tech.
don't think we jumped Tech.
You
I bet
have
we
to
do.
jump
One
Notre Dame.
loss.
You have to jump Notre
I
Dame.
think we'll be at 7.
Yeah, we have to jump Notre Dame.
I'll call 7.
I'm gonna say 8.
I say
Unless
7.
if Texas beats Georgia, I could see them keeping Georgia in front of us.
I don't know if
I
that
don't know
happen
why,
either.
but
I don't know if that
their
would
2
happen.
losses would be at home to Bama and at home to Texas.
Which are good losses.
Quote
Well, I would look at it this way. You're going to get a little bit of a telegraph move from the committee to understand where they're going to put us and that chance of us at a 9-3 winning based on where they place us.
Correct.
Because you're going to see, they're going to show you what they think about all these things. If Texas wins and we don't leapfrog Georgia, that is bad, and it tells you what they think about us. If we do, that tells you what they think about our win and where we position ourselves. So it's probably, I would say, if Texas wins, we can win, we will be in the college football playoff at 9-3 if we're in front of Georgia.
I think we're
Georgia's not gonna
underestimating.
lose another game. All they've got left is Georgia Tech.
No, but listen, I think
But-
we're underestimating the.
So
the
if they
wa-
put them in front of us now.
No, I'm saying that's what I'm saying.
Well, no, if they put us 1 behind us, if we're 8 and Georgia's 9, and we end up losing one of the last 2 games, well, then Georgia's ahead of us
I
again.
think they'll still find a way to get us
I don't
in,
think so.
unless there's another SEC team that knocks us out.
I think it'd be hard.
Assuming it's one Big 12 and one ACC
Any 3 loss
and one
team,
charity pick,
hard pressed.
one stupid charity
It
pick
happened last
from
year.
one of those other idiots.
Bama, Tennessee, Ole Miss.
It won't be like
all-
that.
Miami,
It
all 3
won't
got
be
left
like
out
that.
with
They,
3 losses.
it won't be
It's
like
gonna
that.
be really hard to make with 3 losses. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say it right
I
now.
still
I really,
don't.
and I appreciate the logic that you bring because it is logical. There's not logic in what they do.
Miami, anyone from the ACC has no right to make it before us, even at 9-3.
A 10-2 Miami gets in before a 9.
I'd agree.
There's
that.
no reason though. They haven't
But it's the
proven
committee.
enough.
I'm
It's
not
the
sure the committee.
I think
we
we are
don't know enough.
underestimating. We are underestimating what just happened tonight.
Right.
As excited as we are.
We're not. They are.
Yes.
Yeah, me.
You
Hunter.
went to Tuscaloosa, the number
I watched.
4 team in the country, and won. That doesn't happen. How
Bama
many
did-
times has that
Bama
happened
did
in the
it with
last
Georgia when
25
Georgia was like
years?
3 or something.
Well, here's what's not going to matter because we're going to go 10-2. So I'm going to throw something out there, and it's going to be. I'm going to throw it out there to see the reaction because this is going to be telling. Just by asking the question, what would you guys rather have? An SEC title game for OU, or we set out the SEC title and we host a college football playoff?
Set out and host.
So here's the first thing I wanted out of that, and we didn't, and I got it by not getting it. I did not get a scoff out of Lucas because it's no longer something he can just scoff at. We are in the conversation for all of this stuff. Absolutely everything's on the table. We can get to the SEC title.
But can we all agree we do not want to make
I-
the SEC title?
I think
No, I think that's going to be the debate.
a ton of things have to happen. A ton. You got to.
Yeah. We're not talking about a ton. We're saying if you could choose, which would you choose? Would you choose to play in the SEC title or choose to set out the game to host the college football playoff in Norman in week 1? Because if you win the
It's the
SEC
line.
title,
Every time.
if you win the SEC title, you're one of the top 4 and you get a bye week. You get to set out and go to the second round. If you lose, you most likely are still hosting a college football playoff game. So do you want to lock in that you host it and lock in the fact that you get to set out and rest a week, which has value? Or do you want to get a chance to win the title and a chance to set out and be one of the top 4 teams? Which would you choose? What do you think is the better thing?
You're saying if you play in the SEC title, you are either obviously you're getting a bye because you win the SEC.
If you win it,
If you lose it, you are getting home field no matter what.
no matter what. Yep.
Then you take the former. You take that.
You
I
take the
think
title.
You don't get to home field no matter what.
I don't think so.
I think you would. You think we're going to drop to 10 if we get to the
Yeah,
SEC
you could-
title
I
and
just
lose?
think-
I think there are too many
Huh?
teams.
Yeah, you could drop to 9.
There are too many teams with 2 losses
get a
that
home
they'll
field.
throw in front
Oh,
of
at
us.
9? You
Yeah.
think you're going to drop to 9? I don't think you're going to drop to 9.
At that point,
I
you
think
would be
you drop to
10
9.
and 3. I think if you're up to, you're probably at
I
like
don't think so.
6 at that
But
point.
and you have to hope to God the committee sees it in terms of those 2 spots.
Think
It's
about
2 spots.
Think
It's
about
9 or
that
10.
game. So in that game, I don't know who the possibilities are if we get to the SEC title. If it's an A&M or a Texas repeat
A&M
or
Mississippi.
whatever, or Mississippi.
It's A&M, Ole Miss, or Georgia. Because
Would it be Texas?
if Georgia
Possibly?
if Georgia
If
or
Texas won
Texas,
tonight.
if Georgia
Yeah.
wins, it's
But I still
whoever
don't-
wins this game.
So if you play and lose to Georgia or Texas A&M, who at that point could be
I
undefeated,
think you could drop to 9 and you would play.
I think
on
it'd
the
be
road.
unlikely that you would drop the team that lost to that team, assuming it's a close game. I mean,
if
it
you're
could
record-
happen.
If you're at 6 at that point.
Okay, I'll take the risk. I'll take the risk that if
I
we
still
play
don't
them
see how you-
close,
I still don't
we
think
get
we
there.
can get in.
but that's not the point. We're assuming you get in. So which
You
would
just
you
don't-
rather
don't-
have, Jay?
I don't think tiebreaker wise we can get in because Ole Miss only has
We
one conference
can
game
get
left.
in.
If they lose to Mississippi State, they've got 2 losses. They still have a tiebreaker over us because they beat us.
I know we can get in.
A&M, Ole Miss, yeah, they could lose to Florida, but
We can get in.
A&M only has one conference game
We
left,
can
so
get
they're
in.
getting
We
in.
can get in.
We
I
can
mean,
get in.
the stat
I don't know.
before we
That's
won
me.
tonight, or was it after? The tweet I read.
After.
Either way,
After.
there is no one, not a single team, is in the SEC championship game
For sure.
till after the games
Yeah. The
On the
rest of
last
the game's
week
tonight.
of the last weekend.
Yeah.
No one is in.
So what would you rather have? Would you rather have for sure we're not in the SEC title and for sure we're hosting, assuming we're 10 and 2
Host.
and we're hosting,
Host.
or go to the SEC title with the chance to be in the top 4, or if you don't, I think a very good likelihood you still host.
I'm still host.
I host.
I
You
still-
give up the SEC
I
title.
take the gimme host.
I want to win an SEC title. I want to play for an SEC title.
I want to
And have a chance to win.
I do not trust.
So you're saying you don't like that option because
I
you
don't think
think
it's an option, is what I'm telling you.
well, aside
is an
that,
option.
I'm saying it is an option. You're saying you don't want that because the risk that is too high that you
No,
don't
if
get
you
the
listen to our pods before the season, I said I want to play for the title because
Okay.
I think conference championships matters to me.
right.
I think
But
historically
loss
or
there,
context
not
wise,
out of
it
hosting
would
a
be
playoff
great.
game,
You think
in my opinion.
that's what I just said. Yeah. So you're saying the loss there would knock you out of it. Therefore, you'd
Yeah.
rather have the guaranteed bye week of we're not playing on title week games and we get to set it out to host the game.
I'll go even further. I don't want a bye week from the example of last year. All 4 teams on byes lost.
Yeah, in the playoff.
No,
All
they
4.
did.
Yes,
not
they
true.
did. Oh, yes, they did.
No, they did.
Yes, they did.
They didn't.
Oregon.
Yes, they did.
Arizona
Every
State,
bye team lost last year.
Who else was it?
Ohio State didn't lose.
They didn't have.
They
They
didn't
weren't-
have a
were
bye.
fifth.
They didn't have
They
a
were
bye.
fifth. They were in the golden spot.
Every single bye team last year lost.
Who was it?
Georgia didn't lose.
They all lost.
Georgia did not lose.
Look it up. I don't care what you say. They all lost.
Georgia made it to the semifinal.
Keep talking. I'm going to look it up because I
Yeah,
can't
I
remember.
for sure remember Arizona State
All
got a
4.
bye. Did Boise get a bye?
Yes.
Yes.
And they lost.
Yes.
So Boise, Arizona
Arizona
State,
State.
Oregon, and then one other team got a. got the bye and lost.
Correct.
It'd be the SEC winner,
Georgia,
Georgia.
they didn't lose. They
So,
beat Texas.
Arizona
They
State,
didn't. They beat Texas in the quarter.
yeah. So Arizona State played Texas, Texas won. Oregon played Ohio State won. Boise State played Penn State won. Georgia played Notre Dame won.
Yes.
Mm.
They all lost.
Yep.
All lost.
So you think that setting out okay. If you're
I
going to
think
go
that
on
was
that
just a fluke.
logic, that's silly logic.
It's a
Because
fluke
then,
because
then you
Boise
want to
should
play
have
in the
got-
SEC title.
Boise shouldn't have got a bye.
Yeah.
And Arizona State.
We're
should-
not.
Now,
We're not
it-
them.
no,
We're not them.
No, they're seating differently now.
Yeah.
But I still think because of our record, there's a chance that a loss in the SEC championship game knocks you out.
Of the college football playoff?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No chance.
Yes.
No chance.
Losing the SEC championship.
No
Yes.
chance.
100%.
Yeah.
I
No
completely
chance.
agree with you.
Yes.
I
No
completely
chance.
I don't
agree
think we're out
with
of
you.
the playoff, but
No
I don't think
chance.
you host.
No
I think
chance.
you're out of the
I think
playoff.
you
No
drop to
chance.
9 or
No,
10.
I can.
No chance.
No, I agree with Jay.
No chance.
I agree with
I will. You lay some odds, whatever you want to bet. The two teams that play in the SEC title will be in the college football playoff, guaranteed.
I don't know that you're for
Absolutely
sure.
guaranteed.
Find out if it's us or not because we won't make the title.
Exactly. No chance. No chance that the
I
two
think you
teams
dropped
in
to
the
9 or
SEC
10.
title are both in the college football playoff.
Okay, then you're not hosting then. How about that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the debate.
So I would rather host.
Okay.
Guarantee me a host of a home playoff game.
Agreed.
I think you're
Versus-
making too big a deal about hosting a playoff game because Brent Venables' home record is not very good.
Oh, come on now. Don't be a pessimist about this.
Don't dig deep in that.
Oh my
Come on.
God. So talk about who we might host and how.
Look, why are we talking about that? We still have 2 tough games to win. Let's
We
not
do.
get ahead of ourselves.
I'm more worried about the next game.
Missouri.
I think Missouri's a
good
more
team.
dangerous game than LSU.
Missouri's gonna be tough to beat.
Okay, but before we get to that, tell me about hosting and who we might host and who scares you the most.
I don't want to host
Who do you?
whoever is the team that has the least to lose. Period.
Yeah.
Period.
So a Navy, a Memphis,
yes.
South Florida. South Florida might
Absolutely.
be out of it at this point.
James
in time.
Madison.
Any of them.
James
Any of
Madison.
them. I think
I
it's
will
a
take-
terrible.
I don't think so. I will take those teams.
I agree.
I don't
I
know.
agree.
Over a Notre
I
Dame.
will too.
Nope.
Notre Dame is better at football.
Nope. Because these are still young players, and I'm not going to say that 7th or 8th grade football is equivalent to college football playoffs.
But go ahead and make that argument.
Yes, I am going to. I have listened to my son and his friends talk about the team that they're getting ready to play. They prepare less. They care less. They try
Have they
less.
played James Madison?
Yes.
I would love to play.
No, I'm not kidding.
No,
I'm
I
telling
agree.
you right now,
I know.
if you play a team, it's human nature. You play a team that, quote, lucked into the playoffs, your football team is not going to pay attention as closely in film.
It's a home.
They're not
playoff
gonna
game.
try-
There's no way they lose.
No,
Right.
no, these are
Agreed.
still.
And if it's
I'm
Navy-
going to agree with
If
the
it's
realist.
Navy, we got revenge factor.
You guys are wrong.
Because we
You're
should not have
wrong.
lost the Navy last year.
You are wrong.
Yeah.
You,
You're wrong.
any football coach you
He
ask,
said you're wrong.
You're wrong.
if you could ask,
It's a playoff game.
No, if
Nobody
you
takes a
could-
playoff game for granted.
they've never been in a playoff game.
Exactly more reason to have good focus.
No, they don't know what it takes. Venables does it. He understands what it takes.
Yeah.
The
He's
players
won
do
playoff
not.
games and championships.
You need a team that the players pay attention to. Period.
If
and
we-
it's a home playoff
Period.
game.
if
There's a chance that Jay. I get your point, and there's a chance that
I
you're
am
right.
right.
But which one do you
But
want?
This is
The
this-
6
this
of
is
the
not a
7,
six,
the
six,
6 of the 7
It's not a
is
fucking
the
6,
fact
7.
that James Madison sucks at football.
Which
And-
one do you
and
want?
we
Which one do you
can-
want?
We can sleepwalk to a
No,
victory.
your defensive line is going to do blows and hookers if they play James Madison.
But which one do you want? You want to play?
After
a-
victory.
You want to play
No,
a James?
pregame.
You want to play a James Madison? I'd rather play a 10th ranked Notre Dame.
Yes,
I would not.
you are going to prepare for Notre Dame.
No, it's not just for that. It's for the
Yeah.
prestige.
No,
No.
So,
I
so
want to see.
What does it matter in the playoffs?
No, I want to see if I'm hosting a playoff game.
Nope.
I want it to be a playoff game.
I would love to get Navy at home.
no,
Love
do
it.
that, dude.
no.
No, I'm
Yep.
with Jay on this one.
Terrible,
I
I'm with
completely
Lucas.
agree.
terrible
Lucas.
matchup.
I'm with Lucas.
It's a home playoff game. They're
I'm
gonna
with
be-
Lucas. Here's
they're gonna be
why.
focused.
Here's why. I want to win a national championship. And the route to a national championship with hosting a game
Is
is
easier.
is better and easier with a James Madison level
I
than
completely
starting
disagree.
with a Notre
I
Dame.
disagree.
You're wrong.
With this team,
He
it
said you're
is-
wrong.
It is easier.
I don't care what he's saying.
Sorry that eighth graders don't know what the hell football is, but whatever.
These kids don't either. I'm telling you right now, the
They didn't
preparation,
look fired up
the
at all today.
concentration, they're playing Bama today. That's my point. They're on the road at Bama. The team was ready.
So they're going to have a letdown the next 2 weeks then because both the teams coming in don't have great records.
Yes, that's a concern.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So it's a concern, but you'd rather play what, Ohio State and Indiana in the next 2 weeks? Who would
Yeah.
you rather play? No.
No, but
no.
He said he was scared of Arkansas 3 weeks ago.
I'm still scared of Arkansas.
He has nightmares. He wakes up. Hogs are coming.
He's like, thank God we're playing in Missouri. I don't want to play Arkansas.
It's the lack of team.
It is scary.
It is scary.
So
No, seriously, I'm not
We know
I
your
am
opinion.
not
It sucks.
kidding.
That's fine.
It does not suck. This is valid. It's proven in history.
I don't know if that's true.
Proven.
I
Look
bet.
it up.
I bet it's not
Look-
proven.
Google
I
it.
bet teams that are better than other teams win more often.
Steve, Google.
Period.
No, I'm
I mean, he's having like Boise State acid flashback or something
No.
over here.
Right.
again
Right.
a team we did not take seriously. I guarantee
In
you.
a bowl game that nobody cared about. This is a home
Oh, it
playoff
was a
game.
big fucking
You
deal
care-
for
you care
Boise.
about that game. Back then,
And historically,
Back-
apparently, it's a big fucking deal because they play it constantly.
back
We
then-
don't. They do.
They are they.
They.
They
No.
are important.
No, there's a reason we don't watch that game over, or we turn the channel when those highlights
Because we
come.
lost.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but like,
because we lost.
but
I want to
Because we
see.
thought it was
but-
fucking
but-
Boise.
I mean, when
because
we
it-
played
because it-
UConn, we
No,
destroyed them
but
because
because
they
it
were
ma-
less than us.
That's right.
but because it matters. Like the Boise State game mattered. Like that's a BCS game.
But if you look at the history of us playing against teams where we're favored versus is tight, we win more of the ones we're favored.
sure.
We just
Yeah.
do. So here, look at it this way. If I were to tell you that fast forward, we're in the national championship and you can either be against Notre Dame or James
It
Madison.
doesn't count
Why not?
because it's the national championship.
But the playoff has the same stake.
No, it doesn't.
It does, because
It
if you
does
lose,
not.
you're out.
It doesn't matter.
It's the same stakes.
It's human nature. Once you get to the national
These are
championship,
superhumans.
yes, you want to play, Southwestern University.
We're playing for nothing in our locks of the week. And
You
want
want to
to
play Weatherford.
I'm
in the
not.
national
I'm a game
championship.
behind still, which sucks. But I still want to kick your ass, and it's for no stakes.
You do.
Yeah.
You're old.
You don't think there's guys like me out there on the
You're an
field?
adult. No.
Yeah, I'm sure Owen Heineke doesn't want to destroy every team he plays.
He didn't want to destroy.
There is the risk that if you play a team like that you let up and you don't prepare
Like
right,
10%.
Oh,
Maybe
no,
something
the coaches
crazy.
won't.
but
Some players won't.
but
In general, it's just human nature to have
85%
a
of players will.
But that's
Maybe
the only way
50%.
we lose. If we have to lose that game. We can lose to, and we say Notre Dame, there's a lot of other teams that you could put in that slot. We lose to them if we just don't bring our A game. We don't have to bring our A game and beat James Madison. But we have to bring our A game to
Okay,
beat Notre
you guys
Dame.
are literally talking about the lone power.
So you want
What is it? FBS team.
So you would rather have an Alabama rematch as a home host game than play Navy, James Madison,
Great.
South Florida,
Question.
whatever. You want to play Alabama again?
You want to do this again?
That's
Have
what-
you tracked? our
That's exactly
rates?
what you're saying
We
right now.
can't do
That
that.
is not
Or you want to play Ole Miss again? You want to play Ole Miss again on the home field? I've already seen that once.
Yep. Fuck.
Well, let's talk
No,
about.
wanna play Navy
that's
than
a
Ole Miss,
revenge.
Bama.
That's a revenge game.
Oh, it's different. Different
Oh,
math. Different
now they're
math.
up for it.
Yes, you're up for a revenge game.
Well, Navy's a revenge game. We freaking lost to them last
Sure,
year.
it's a revenge
I was
game.
there.
These kids have grandpas, and grandpas are in the Navy.
Were you there? No. Yes.
I want to know all the math that goes into who we should play. Like it needs to be a revenge game, but against a really good opponent, and all
Jay
of
gets
this.
to decide.
Yeah.
Huh?
Jay gets to decide.
Yeah, Jay decides. So that aside, you're right.
I'm right.
Well,
You
Not
said
about
it.
that.
You just said it. I'm right.
you don't know what I'm going to say though.
I'm still right.
You're right about the fact that we are counting our chickens before they're hatched because we've got 2 games we've got to win against very good football teams with very good athletes, better athletes than we'll face if we played Navy or James Madison with Missouri and LSU coming to town. It's going to be electric and awesome in Norman. That's going to be the loudest 11 a.m. game in the history of OU football, I think, next week.
That's already decided. Missouri 11.
I'm
Yeah.
certain, yeah.
Been decided.
Yeah, a long time ago.
dumb
So-
TV networks.
That's going to be. I worry a little bit about the letdown and what you could do. How much are you guys worried about the letdown?
Massively worried.
You know why?
Why?
Because they have a third string quarterback.
Which is something that should work to your advantage.
It should.
And yet it's the X factor. It's the
Until-
what the hell might happen.
Until the offense figures out how to go,
Yeah.
and just do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be confident. I'm not confident. I'm not confident that we will easily win either of the next two games.
Look up the line. What do you think the line is? Do we have an early line on OU versus Missouri?
OU minus 5.5.
Oh, more than that, I think. I bet.
I'll say 8.5.
I'll say I like that. I'll say there's a little bit of an
7.5
OU
sounds good,
I
factor.
think I like 7.5.
I like 10.5. I think that there's an OU factor. I'm not saying it's a good line necessarily, but I think the line they'll set, because I think there's a lot of OU money and OU momentum that'll push that up. I bet they open at 10.5. Do you have an early line yet? Given
I bet-
1 minute.
I will go.
bet
I will
it's
say
not
right
yet.
now.
Well, they usually have a
Right now.
This
preliminary.
Is it-
Vegas Insider
Yeah.
says 10.5.
Woo.
I think DraftKings is 10, FanDuel's is 7.5.
I would take Missouri.
A 10.5.
Yeah.
That's not a stretch.
It will be an
Not a
absolute
stretch.
struggle.
Not a stretch.
I'm not
I think
kidding.
it's a spread.
Well,
That
it-
probably gets
Supposed to
bet
be
down
about
to
50.
8.
because of our offense.
Yes.
Because of our
100%.
offense and our offensive problems.
100%.
I mean, Connor really nailed it. I mean, it's not because of the defense, because I think the defense can just do what they do on a sleepwalk and they're going to be in great shape. It's the offense has to put points on the board and come through, and we cannot depend on turnovers in order to have that game put away the way it needs to
The
be.
only-
played.
Another slump on turnovers.
The only saving grace I will say for this football team is these players haven't been in this position, so they're hungry.
Yeah. And I like that. The fact that, and they've had the upsets, they aren't coasting through.
They've had
something.
lows.
They've had lows.
Yes.
They've
But-
had a lot of bulletin board stuff to say, look, there's a lot of chance for a good coach to come in and say, you think you're hot shit? You're
Yeah.
nothing.
The late Bob Stoops, the early Lincoln teams or
Mhm.
whatever, I would be super freaked out about this football game.
Except for the fact they had good offenses.
About the teams just in
Right.
a letdown
Right.
situation.
But
Right.
they wouldn't be hungry against James Madison or Navy.
No,
Not
not at all.
playoffs.
Never.
All they would hear for weeks
Was how great they were.
is how good they were, how big
Rat
they would
poison?
see how
You're
big
saying
the
there's
spread.
rat
Yes,
poison?
how big the spread is, how James Madison doesn't deserve to be there, how Navy doesn't
But
deserve
nobody on
to be
that
there.
coaching staff would let them believe that.
It doesn't matter. These are normal people.
But that's what
It's
coaches
just
do.
how they can say it till they're blue in the face. It doesn't matter. There's something about the fact of you personally, internally understanding the significance of what's coming up.
Well, at halftime, you just need Stoops to go in there and say, "This is effing Utah State."
Yes. That's why he had to have that talk.
That was the first.
There's
game this
no
year.
chance, though.
That's
Yeah.
a different.
And that was
situation
in the
than
game.
a home playoff game.
Yeah.
No, but that football team went in with the same mentality. They went in with it's Utah State.
That was Utah State. That Utah State team was good.
No, they weren't. And so Stoops at halftime had to slap him in the face.
But he said that
And wake
he didn't
them
say
up.
it
It's
at
not a
halftime.
home
He
playoff
said it
game.
on the
The
sideline.
stakes are completely different.
They're still kids.
I mean, there's that risk, but so what do you think the line should be against Missouri? What you said, 8.5
Yeah.
versus 10.5? Not too different.
No, it's fine. I'm just saying for
Big
a
lead.
playoff game,
Okay.
if a team has
I got you. I got
a
you.
decent name, I don't know who it's gonna be. It could be Miami. It could be Georgia Tech.
I'm a lot more scared about playing Miami than James Madison. I'll go
Yeah,
out. I'll
for sure.
definitely go on the line saying that.
Yep.
That scares the crap out of me.
Maybe so, but preparation wise, the team will be more ready to play Miami.
Maybe. Some of those though they also hear what we hear and say, which is Miami's not all they're cracked up to be. And so they can just as much go to sleep on a big name as they go to sleep on a no name.
Well, they also say that you don't even have to sleep the night before to beat James Madison.
I think you're probably right.
You're not right.
We probably don't.
No.
I mean, I think no sleep before, and we still win 8 out of 10 times. We're that much better than them.
I mean, are they getting Signetti back?
I want the stress. I want the players to be stressed. I want the players to be worried. I want to be concerned.
I don't want stress.
Yeah,
I'm too old for stress, man.
them.
Anything else
Yeah.
we want to talk about?
We're gonna be stressed regardless.
There's no way if they can have stress, then I can't have stress.
We can-
I used to have stress for them.
We would be stressed if we were playing, Ardmore High School next week. We're
That's
stressed.
true because of our offense.
I mean, we weren't stressed playing Temple.
That's true. That's true. We weren't like, oh God, you're going up to Temple, and we're like we're not gonna prepare the whole week, and we're gonna be bad.
Yep.
We won 44 to whatever. I don't know. All of them are relevant factors. They're very important. Let's not overlook the fact that we beat
The
Alabama.
point is, I'm
We're
right,
8-2.
and you guys are wrong.
That's not the point.
That's the point.
It's not. I don't.
It's the main point of the entire podcast. Is I'm right and you're wrong.
It's not going to be once I edit it, and your parts are out. But we beat Alabama. Let's get back
Yep.
to that. How unbelievably awesome is that?
Incredible.
Great
That's
time.
incredible. If you were to, I mean,
I
you're
wish we
talking
had a
about.
camera on a reaction.
Oh my God, the reaction was just.
The live reaction for the celebration was
Everyone in this entire neighborhood, I guarantee you, down the street at the stadium, they heard it.
Yeah.
Everybody, it was so loud. It was so awesome. It was just amazing because at different moments during the game, early on when we're getting the interception for the touchdown and different things we were doing that were great, but when we knocked down that pass, when Peyton Bowen knocks down that pass, the Sooners secure victory right there, and we're going to the victory formation. That's just amazing. And to be back in that position, here we are with the ups and downs of this season, the roller coaster that's this season. If I told you how good we're going to feel after Tennessee and Alabama, if I told you after that Mississippi game how we're going to feel about this, you wouldn't believe. I wouldn't have believed it.
Yeah.
It's just like it's
No shot.
incredible.
Well, like you get to live another week.
Yeah.
Like you get to live another week in the hopes of all the glory.
And I'm going to go back to something that Jay, who's so right so often,
Yep.
said, even though he's been wrong on this pod so much, so scary. He said early on, we've got to get used to the fact that we're going to win and we're going to lose in the SEC. That's SEC football. It's a lot of back and forth. We talked about it on the midweek pod when we said, will we ever have an undefeated season again? It's very, very difficult.
I mean, look at Ole Miss right now.
Yeah, it's 24-20. Florida's winning. How much time's left? My eyes aren't that good.
The third quarter. just
Third
started.
quarter.
The third quarter just started, says a young man with glasses.
Texas is
Florida-
down 14-3 at half.
Florida doesn't have a coach.
Yep.
A football coach.
Yeah, and yet,
I mean, they have a whole staff full of football coaches. They just lost their head coach, which is probably a positive move.
So head coaches don't
right,
matter.
right. Head coaches don't matter, and it's and that actually strengthens your don't play
Yeah.
at James Madison, don't play a head coachless Florida State
Right.
team or Florida team. So Texas at halftime is down 14-3. I don't know what's really better for Oklahoma football in terms of Texas wins or loses game.
Always lose.
But I tell you what my heart says, and I want the Dogs to win this damn game because it's yet another time that Texas, they're going to look back, and the only game, correct me if I'm wrong, the only game they can look back this season potentially, if they lose to A&M and say we won a big game, was Oklahoma.
Vanderbilt.
And Vanderbilt, kind of. Yeah, right. Yeah. So Vanderbilt and Oklahoma. And Oklahoma was coming off of, remind me, what was Mateer's situation?
17 days.
17 days of no practice, injury, surgery, and all of that. So I don't know. It feels really good for Oklahoma. We're in a really good spot. We're doing a lot of things right. We're not where we want to be, but we've got really, really high expectations, and we're getting really close to meeting all of those. It's just an exciting place to be.
You know what I want to be?
Where do you want to be?
Tobacco exchanging more.
Why?
You buy 3 McAuliffes, you get one free if you mention the podcast.
If you mention the podcast. Now, what do you get if you don't mention the podcast?
If you don't mention, it's buy 4, get one free.
Buy 4, get
So
one free.
think about how much money you're saving.
That's 25%.
That's a huge number.
I do math.
You did
Wow.
do the
I did
math.
110% correct.
110% correct. Good
How
job.
many times can I be 110% correct?
Just that once.
Yeah,
Never
not even
actually.
A couple of podcasts
Never.
ago,
Yeah,
I was right 110% of the time. Every time.
you weren't, but okay.
It was.
Well, I don't know. It's exciting. I'm excited. Everybody is just on cloud 9. Let's hope we keep this rolling. Let's hope that the Sooners can do what they need to do and not overlook these next 2 opponents. and win. And we're talking about wherever we're talking about, if it's SEC title, if it's college football playoff, I don't care.
Just
That's
keep winning.
awesome.
We
Just
turn the
keep
tide
winning,
tonight.
baby. We turn the tide.
Yep.
Drink. All right. Until then, Boomer.
Sugar.